Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I just want to speak on a video and a situation about Stephen A. Smith and the video Ticket put out where Stephen A. Smith was discussing, the Josh Brown situation. Now, here's the thing. Okay, that's cool. Stephen A. Smith finally spoke on it, but look what he tried to sneak and say that people from the black community are wondering, like, hey, what's going on? It's like this, man. When it's one of us, man, you get on there screaming and hollering, talking about what you tired of, and you tired of seeing black people do this and black dudes do that. Well, you know what? You got to have that same attitude. And once again, he wasn't screaming and yelling like he was just so, pissed off at guys like Greg Hardy and, other cats. Well, I was wondering why you didn't have that same passion and temperament when, it came to Josh Brown. Why wasn't you screaming then? Because, I'm, yeah, that's just a question I want to ask. Here's the thing. This was a situation that no matter how ESPN tried, they couldn't sweep this under the rug. I mean, come on, 20 incidents. But here's my thing. I want to know what the other people were saying. I want to know, Jameel Hill, that secret black man hating ass undercover lesbian bitch. I want to know, do she feel the same way about Josh Brown, how she was, putting down Jameis Winston, you know, and the same thing with Michelle Beater, who's a known Floyd hater, and how she has such contempt for athletes who hit women or accused of hitting women. I want to see how she comes down on, one of her own. But like I said, man, keep calling ESPN, putting pressure on them, and asking these questions. See, here's the thing: when you threaten to boycott and go to these people's sponsors, see, they start doing shit because here's the thing: they don't want to lose sponsorships because that's money. You know what I'm saying? They get paid to advertise the shit. So when you talk about taking money out their pocket, they start doing shit. But Stephen A. Smith, I'm not giving him credit because he got pressured to talk about this shit. Because, like Ticket said, he looked on his timeline, he wasn't talking about that shit then. But if it was somebody else of color, he would have got on there quickly talking shit. Looked on Michelle Beadle's Twitter account and whatnot. Nothing. Skip Bayless, nothing. So that's the thing. Anytime something happened with us, people quick to get on there, social media, Facebook, whatever that shit, Twitter. What's the other one? Instagram, and start talking shit. Because like I said, when it comes to us, when we accused of something, we guilty no matter what. And the funny part about it is you get a lot of these fucking racists and coons and shit that's trying to please the master and shit, talking about, well, oh yeah, that's terrible. Well, make sure you have that same attitude towards Josh Brown. Make sure you call him a domestic violence abuser. Make sure you call him a woman beater. Because like I said, you like calling the black guys woman beaters, especially Floyd. So yeah, let's talk about that. Let's be fair. But anyway, man, Stephen A. Smith ain't getting no props from me because motherfucker shouldn't have had to be calling up there asking this motherfucker to do something that he's supposed to do. All I'm asking the motherfucker to do is be fair and have what you call journalistic integrity, and he doesn't have that. He does whatever ESPN tells him to do. Now, I guess they had, in the pre-production meeting, they was like, man, you're going to have to bring this up or they probably tell him, Stephen A., people in the black community are calling, complaining about you, saying that you're being one-sided. Now, I'm not done with the NFL, either. I called the NFL office, with LBZ, and I left a message for Roger Goodell. Now, as far as Stephen A. Smith explaining that lame ass excuse why they only suspended him one game, look, fuck that shit. It was white privilege at its finest. That's all that happened. To sit up there and say that, well, the wife wouldn't cooperate, there wasn't enough evidence, and and this, that, and the third, and we only go suspend him 1 game. Well, that's bullshit, because wait a minute. Didn't Greg Hardy get like what, 4 games? And the lady that supposedly had said he did it, she didn't show up to court, and they dropped the charges against him, and he still got 4 games. Okay? So how does that work? So you can't use that excuse, because if that's the case and the lady dropped the charges against him and he was if they dropped the charges against him, then he shouldn't have got really no suspension. Okay? Keep that in mind. So you can't use that logic. He should have at least got 4 games, and they should increase it to 4 games. And that's why I'm gonna keep calling the NFL office, because it should be increased to 4 games at least. How you gonna sit up there and say, well, you have a minimum of 6 games, you know, if you're accused or whatever, or convicted or plead guilty or fighting the case, but then you turn around and make an exception for your own policy that you put in place? Does that make any kind of sense? You say, okay, well, it's a minimum of 6 games, but then you turn around, oh, well, we only gonna suspend you 1 game. And I know somebody gonna come on here talking that bullshit. He's just a kicker shit. Fuck that. Not gonna work here. I'm just putting that out there, man. But anyway, man, that's all I got to say about that situation, man. I'm out.